Welcome everybody to Meet the Polymaker. I am your host Joel, and we're here for yet another episode number 92. I looked it up. Actually, I just created the thumbnail 10 minutes ago and I remembered, but Mike's in this scene. Let's take that down a notch. Where is it going? Where's it going? It's going right there. Okay, welcome in everybody. We are live. This week we are live. See that right there? I am awesome. Type in I am awesome in chat. We'll do a giveaway at the end of the show so you can win some Polymaker filament or dry box or kind of whatever you choose to purchase with said giveaway prize. But we're also here to talk about some 3D printing news and show off some of your awesome prints from our Discord at discord.polymaker.com in the Show Off Prints channel. So make sure to share there. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But we're also here to talk to our next maker, Mrs. Fett, which I've got to know a little bit more lately. She kind of comes into our hangout often. Learn a lot of cool things about her, and she has some cool things that she does and cool things about her. So we'll learn about that shortly. But first, let's head into Hot End Headlines. First up in the news, we have Artech Studio. Artech Studio is working on a solid 3D scanning app, which we've seen this. It's not completely new. We've seen some different things where they require iPhones with the sensor that's inside of it. I forget what it's called, the mapping stuff. We've seen photogrammetry type apps. This one is a little bit more advanced, doing AI powered photogrammetry to reconstruct fine detail. So it's not too far apart from taking a picture, putting it on your PC, throwing it through an AI program or website. This just makes it one package for your phone. Take a picture, boom, you get a model. Interesting to see, because I forecast that we're probably going to see a lot more of this here in the future. But it includes editing, reverse engineering, mesh processing, export tools. Basically, you can just go from photo to a print ready or CAD ready model. So final model, maybe on some things, but some things are going to need touched up. But just more interesting things happening in the advancement. 3D scanning leading to modeling, leading to printing. Next up, we have a nozzle that's made from a mosquito, which kind of sounds weird, but the researchers have used a dead female mosquito's, what is it, proboscis? I don't know, the thing that goes in that sucks the blood, you know, the pokey thing, as an ultra fine nozzle in a custom 3D printer and an approach dubbed necro printing. So its inner diameter is only about 20 to 25 micrometers. Enables resolutions about twice as fine as many commercial metal or plastic tips. Some crazy stuff. It's a bio nozzle. It's printed. It's able to print tiny structures like micro honeycombs, maple leaf shape, even cell scaffolds, which we've seen in like medical. So definitely a different take rather than, you know, Micro Swiss coming out with a new nozzle, E3D throwing something out there. But it's promising micro fabrication on a bio level. So will we see this in consumers printers? Unlikely, but still really cool tech and using Mother Nature to help advance it even further. Next up, we have Make Good, which we've had Gnome from Make Good on the show in the past. They specialize in mobile or mobility devices or wheelchairs for children that are fully 3D printed. And when I say fully 3D printed, that is the seat, the straps, all in TPU. The casing can be in PLA, PETG, ABS. You can argue about this, you know, what is the best material later. But what's awesome about what they've done a lot of awesome things with this project. This file is now available for you to download for free from MakerWorld. It is, I just pulled it up. It's just search Make Good on MakerWorld. You're going to see their 3D toddler mobility trainer. And you can print this yourself, whether you have someone, you know, your own child, a loved one, a neighbor, anybody that could have any type of use for a toddler that needs a wheelchair. Insurance isn't always the easiest thing to get something like this paid for. If you have the ability to, now you can. It takes about $150 in material. I want to say it's around 10 kilograms of PETG and I think 2 or 3 kilograms of TPU to do the full thing. You might be able to tweak some things. I haven't played with the files myself yet, but I definitely look to be looking further into it because I actually know a couple that are somewhat local to me that could use this. And customization, awesome colors, gradients, whatever you might find, you can make some pretty cool stuff that would make a toddler's day. Next up, we have 3D printed denim. So this is a different project where it's 100% recycled 3D printed textile. And what it is using, hold on here, we got, it's made entirely of recycled waste, but the process starts by shredding offcuts of denim, then blending them with 100% recycled TPU, which is interesting. They've actually demoed, they printed a 70 by 70 centimeter swatch that is a 3D denim textile to kind of proof of concept. They printed it under 30 minutes. Obviously this, it looks like a ginger printer, but large size printer, you could do it on a small size printer also. But this will lead to more wearable fashion that you could 3D print relatively easily and fast. So you can customize, I'm not sure the TPU, if you can color it, and it would change things depending on how fine the denim threads are. But again, very cool to see in the fashion industry. This was actually debuted in Milan, so it's fancy. Last but not least, we've got a giveaway. Right now, Polymaker is running a share your inventory stash, your spool stack, whatever you want to call it. Share it. As you see here, step one, post a photo or video of your Polymaker spools. Share it on Instagram, X, Facebook, or TikTok before December 5th. That's tomorrow. Make it quick, people. And then just make sure to tag Polymaker_3D. And then also use the hashtag Polymaker3DP Day. This is to celebrate International 3D Print Day, which was yesterday. But there's going to be 10 winners pulled from random that use that hashtag and have a qualifying photo. And one poly dryer each, 10 spools each. So there's going to be 10 winners of 10 spools in a poly dryer package. And then on top of that, I'm going to kind of segue into another giveaway. I meant to have announced yesterday, but watch Discord, watch our Facebook group over at facebook.com/groups/polymaker.3D. We're going to be doing giveaways for both because we've hit a milestone of over 1,000 members on our Facebook group and over 20,000 over on Discord. So if you're not over there on either side, I would go join both because there's going to be some stuff given away. Not just filament, maybe a printer to each end, maybe some cool gift bags to those that have been asking for some sort of merch. But the announcement will be made very soon. Keep your eyes peeled on Discord and our Facebook group, and it'll be there. That's it for the news. We're going to head over to Spool to Spotlight. I should have drank that faster. But these are all shared on Show Off Prints channel at our Discord at discord.polymaker.com. You're going to hear that a lot. I want you to come join if you're not there already. Come part of the dysfunctional family. And it's also a great place for help, information, and inspiration through the prints that you show off. And this one is printed by Don Alber. This is the Mario Kart by the Kit Kiln. And this is available on Things, among other areas. I think Kit Kiln shares a lot too. Does a lot, which actually, for some reason, in this last week, I would say 90% of the show-off prints have been Kit Kiln models, which they're great models, so I'm not complaining. But it was just funny going through. I'm like, that's Kit Kiln, that's Kit Kiln. I didn't even have to click them. I knew. But awesome print by Don Alber. Thank you very much for sharing. And next up, we have CGS Creations, and they have printed the Mini Skull A1 series cover by Oxaspa, whatever it is. You see it on the screen. That's available on things.com also. And this is printed in our brand new Gradient Neon. Has an awesome glow. Of course, he's hitting it with the UV light, so it's got a little bit more extra pop. But I love it. It reminds me of a thermal image, so I think it'll look awesome. Somebody want to do some sort of Predator type thing. That's where I always remember thermal from. Next up, we have Rebel Alicorn, who has not just printed, but also designed this Flexi Leopard. Did not see anything. I posted a request, see if it's available for download. But this was actually also printed in our brand new Gradient. This is the Gradient Celestial or Celestial Rainbow. And this, anybody remember? Anybody my age? What brand does that remind you of? I'm going to give it a second. I normally don't do this during this part of the show. Anybody? As soon as I saw it, what brand is that? I'm going to wait for input because somebody's got to know. There we go. Mrs. Fett in with the win. Lisa Frank, 100%. As soon as I saw this print, I'm like, Lisa Frank. And I figured I would click on it and it would be labeled Lisa Frank Leopard. But It wasn't, but it is awesome print and designed by Rebel Alicorn. Good job for those that said Lisa Frank. That's old school stuff. Kids wouldn't remember. Anyway, next print up is by Mega Mente. And this is also available on things because it's by the Kit Kiln. It's the Drumming Christmas Nutcracker Kit. And these are all Kit Kiln, for those that don't know. When we share one of his prints, these are all able to be made without an AMS. You can print every piece individually in separate colors and then assemble it. That's why a lot of them are called kits. So, of course, 'tis the season. We got a Nutcracker kit. I've been seeing a lot of these. I've been seeing people scaling up too. So keep your eyes peeled on even more awesome Nutcracker prints. And last but not least, not so much holiday, but pretty awesome. Bearded Printer has printed the M13 Thor, designed by Sousaphone, who is the creator of Dummy 13. And this is one of the variants of the Dummy 13 project, available on printables. And you can't tell, but the small one has a gummy bear, an actual gummy bear inside of it, inside the mech. The big one is a large gummy bear, 3D printed in TPU, designed by Karen Chow Designs. So just a cool little collaboration. And you know, what better thing to pilot a mech than a gummy bear? It doesn't get much better than that, folks. But that is it for all the prints to share for this show. You could be featured too if you want to share your prints, the good, bad, the ugly, over on Show Off Prints at discord.polymaker.com. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back to meet Mrs. Fett and see what she is all about. So stay tuned.
Imagine owning some of the best songs about 3D printing this Discord has to offer. Polymaker presents 3D Printing Hits by Silverback and Little D, the best renditions of some of the greatest hits of all time. Hits like Hallelujah, Polly Smooth Criminal, All That She Wants Is Another Printer, Print Away,
There you go, print away.
Still the TD1, All About That Bag, No Stabbies, and Polyman.
It's a file tonight. We're all in the mood to see it extrude, 'cause you've got your printer tuned right.
Reserve your CD today with a special TV offer by going to polymaker.com and paying $39.99. Have your credit card ready. Seriously though, this music was a joke. Go buy some Polymaker.
This is Polymax PLA, the toughest PLA in the world, and today we're gonna put that to the test. I printed this very mechanical model, and we're gonna drop it from the 12th floor. You heard me well, the 12th floor. Let's go. Ready for the first drop in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that's crazy. Not even a scratch. Let's go and check it closer. Not even a single scratch. I dropped it again from the 12th floor and still not a single scratch. Buy your Polymax PLA right now.
Performance may vary depending on usage, individual factors, and external conditions. Individual result may vary, not a guarantee of specific outcome. Consult your professional before use. See website for details and limitations. Use responsibly.
Have you had bad customer service with your filament provider? Have you ever gotten a bad spool and never got a response when you emailed the company? Well, that won't ever happen when you reach out to Polymaker. Some people say that no company cares about you. Wrong. 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 If you never got a response after emailing a company that you've worked with in the past, you may be entitled to better customer service. We at Polymaker pride ourselves on good customer service, and we won't ever keep you waiting for a response. Email us now at support@polymaker.com and we'll get back to you within 1 business day. We'll fight for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the commercials. We need some new commercials. Any creative minds out there want to create a commercial, a fun spoof, maybe something off of an infomercial you've seen back in your childhood, some memories of Super Bowl commercials that could be adapted to fun 3D printing type stuff, Polymaker filament type stuff? You could submit your own commercial channel over on our Discord. Go check it out for the info. If you have any questions, you can ask away, and I will help out as best as possible. And you can win some filament, earn some filament, I guess, because you're doing work and that would be your payment. Anyway, we're here to talk to our next maker. And as we said earlier, it's Mrs. Fett. And this is somebody that actually I started to see on TikTok and then got to work with her on a couple things on projects and continue to look forward to things that she comes up with. But before I spoil all that, let's just go say hi and get to meet her. Please welcome in, Mrs. Fett, who I lost. Give me one moment and stupid app. There we go. Now, welcome in, Mrs. Fett. How are you doing today?
How did you lose me? I didn't move.
No, the app sometimes just closes out the collab cam and I had to pull you back to stream. It makes no sense.
I get
it's completely random. It was on purpose.
You do it every night. I know. That's fine.
Yeah, just ignore. Just ignore.
I do.
Well,
It's funny.
welcome
So I
in.
was listening to you name off all these awesome, cool prints. And as you were naming them, I'm looking at my whiteboard and I'm like, that's on there. There's the
That's
Nutcracker.
on there.
There's the gummy bear mechs. I got gummy bears ready. I'm going to print out an army.
There you go.
It was funny because I was just like, yep, I'm making that one. Yep, that one's next. Yep, that
See,
one's
that's what I tell
coming.
people is go there, share, because sometimes it inspires others. It gives us some ideas. We've all been there. We've all had
dangerous.
3D printer block. And like,
Yeah.
we have the printer available. What can we print? A million things, but what do we want to print? And yeah, the mech thing. See, I couldn't do the mech because I'd eat the gummy bears before the mech finished printing. So
That's why I bought a huge bag. So I'm hoping that I could get through the other bag first, and I'll at least have like one or two that survive, as long as James doesn't see that I
As
have
long as you
gummy
do-
bears.
just as long as there's one that
We're good.
falls under the desk and you can find later, right?
Yeah, I've got a stale bear somewhere. It's fine. We'll
Oh.
figure it out.
Well,
It'll be
real
good.
quick, for those that might not know who you are, might not recognize the name or the face, who are you and what do you do?
I am Jen, or Mrs. Fett. I own a company called the Department of Chaos, and I am a creator. I am a costume designer and seamstress. I work with specific metal bands and celebrities, and I make extremely chaotic costumes. And then
Pretty
I
name, then.
really wanted to, yeah, just a little bit. I wanted to get into custom textiles, and I really wanted to bring 3D printing into that. I know that it's been done on a small scale, but I really want to figure out how to
Push it
like
even
mass
further.
scale it and
Yeah.
and just make it as ridiculous as I do everything else. So I got a 3D printer, and then I got a second one, and then I got a third one, and then I got resin.
Down the
And-
hole.
Yes, down the hole. But then I have all of these other, all of this other equipment in my studio, and I decided, let's do a thing. So, you've probably seen, if you haven't seen my ADHD tyrant video on TikTok, it exploded. I didn't know it was going to, but if you ever wanted to be introduced to me formally, that is the video to go
It's
watch.
relatable as why.
It is something, that's for sure. I'm glad that unhinged Jen is a vibe, because that's the only Jen that I have. But then
There
I
you
started
go.
taking 3D printing, and I started doing things like this is actually all Polymaker filament, but this is sublimated. So I started
Okay,
printing.
Yes, I've seen you do that. Yep.
Yes. And then that was like, okay, that was super fun. Yay. So then I started doing the textile stuff and printing on fabrics and figuring out how I was going to do that. And then I realized I'm bored. So I decided to create scented prints. This was the first one that I did. This is my apple cider hedgehog, because I don't really like peppermint.
Much
And
safer
it's
than
scented.
scented filament, because scented filament doesn't last anyway, and you shouldn't be sniffing melting plastic.
You
You
shouldn't
do
be
it
sniffing
differently.
melted plastic. Yes. So you shouldn't be doing it. And what really irked me, right? Cookie Cat came out with the gingerbread brown. And I was like, this is great. But in Canada, it comes out to almost like $70 after shipping if you want one roll. And now I just have brown gingerbread. Well, what if I wanted brown cinnamon or brown chocolate or brown blueberry? I don't like your rules. So I'm
Yeah.
going to design something that can be used across the board everywhere. So I created diffuser orbs and the diffuser orbs are a proprietary combination of desiccant bead, but there's a couple other properties into them. They have to get hand rolled and they get impregnated. Such a fun word. With the essential oil of your choice. And I used a really, really high caliber oils. And now I have, peppermint hedgehogs. I have probably my
So then this
second
is like, this
favorite one.
lasts longer too. So it's
Yeah,
you put them
yeah.
into the print. So that way, then it's not just a oil that you smear over a print that gets over everything.
Exactly. So, and it doesn't get on your hands. So this is
Even
actually
better.
this is the Panchroma Neon Magenta. It's my favorite filaments ever. And it's bubble gum, and is the head,
perfect.
and then every fourth joint is impregnated, is filled, and it doesn't get on your hands. Like I said, the strongest that I have so far is 4.5 months with my little peppermint hedgehog, but I don't keep him preserved. He sits on my desk, and he's
So
still
you can just
doing.
sit in there as a desktop where he still smells.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody else has to smell it. And I didn't want to do something that was going to be almost like a car scent, where it's going to take up the
that's
whole
same,
room and
even if
annoy
it
your
was on the
coworkers.
outside of it or coated, it's
And then it gets on your hands. No, I didn't want any of that. I wanted something that I could enjoy for just a little dopamine and smell it and put it back on my desk. It doesn't annoy anybody and get whatever scent I want. And then now I'm just addicted to dragons, especially smelly ones. I can't help
dragons.
it. I can't
have
help it.
20
I'm printing
bubblegum
out
dragons in every room, so I smell bubblegum.
bubblegum dragons, and I've got gingerbread dragons. I have a death head moth that is blood orange and vanilla. So good. I've got white
Better
tea,
than the
jasmine.
scent of a moth itself. So that's at least you went a different route, that one.
No holes in my clothes either, so it was a bonus.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah, so that's what I do. I print, I create, and I push the boundaries in just about everything that I get my hands on. 3D printing is, fair game. So
it is the way, right?
it is.
Segue into the fact that you also do cosplay, correct?
I do. I've always avoided cosplay. Oh, that was actually the first project that we worked together. We created the Maple Moth Mando, and it's all black light and changes colors, and I absolutely love it to death. But there is no cosplay or nobody that could find that did my specific disability accessible cosplays. So I'm deaf, and if I don't have my ears in, which I don't wear with a helmet, we're done. It's full mute. Full
You're
stop.
just walking through a con and just ignoring everybody.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just mowing people over because I can't hear. It's like, okay, sorry, toddler. I know you were there. So the way that we designed the helmet has a one-way visor through it. So it's tinted on the outside, but not on the inside. So it helps me read lips better. My left gauntlet has a secondary phone built into it that has subtitles on it. So when you're speaking, I can actually read what you're saying. If if you're wearing a mask or you're wearing a helmet or you have an accent, whatever, I can. Yeah. So, I mean, it's really easy, but some people don't have the dialect. And I noticed that especially kids or teens that are shy, they tend to mumble or they tend to just they talk like this. And I'm just like, what?
What are you saying?
What? So we did that, and then I made the Maker's chips are crazy popular.
Oh, yeah.
I designed mine with sublimation, so they have a full high fidelity, high quality QR code on them, and I was giving those away left and right because I was like, I can't talk, so here, flick, just message me.
Just if you got a gift, you might not want to talk to me. You're just happy to get a gift and walk away.
Just text me. It's so much better. I promise.
There you go. You just have to wear a sign next time. Just text me. That might invite some too many weirdos, though.
I'm thinking the next one that we do, and I've already mentioned this, but now I'm getting votes on it, is a rose gold stormtrooper, but is scented. A scented rose gold stormtrooper.
Scented rose or something else?
I haven't actually found a really good essential oil that is rose petal. Like I may have already been experimenting. So I was actually thinking vanilla and white jasmine. Those two scents I found are actually really, really nice. And it'd be nice to just be an air freshener at conventions because deodorant doesn't exist.
For various reasons, right?
I'm not going to shame anyone, but degree exists.
Can be, I haven't been in any actual cons like that. Of course, the Rep Fest, things like that, but those have their moments also. So I can imagine cons are probably. I mean, everybody's in costume. The costumes aren't made to breathe. I can
Exactly.
imagine, the aroma in the air, we'll say.
It does. It smells, I think people use the term ripe. Or as Jamesh
Okay.
said, Womp Rat is another good one. But it has become such a like cornerstone of large conventions that when I'm at like San Diego Comic-Con, which is the largest, there are people whose entire cosplay is to just stand there with full sticks of deodorant and then they just hand them out. They're just like, nope, you need this. Nope, this is your swag. Nope.
Don't be offended because this is what I'm here for. I'm here to
And
hand out
nobody
sticks
gets
of deodorant.
it's funny that nobody gets offended. Like they just take it. They're like, all right, you got me.
I think, the
And
ones,
then,
especially, any veterans, they know. And I think most people
yeah.
are aware of, like, okay, hey,
Yeah.
I might
Listen,
get, like you said, ripe at times.
Yeah, sometimes it's a cosplay issue. Sometimes you're just a little nervous bear. Sometimes you've been standing in line for, Hall H for 34 hours sometimes.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's,
Is that usually to see somebody or is that to get in?
no, so Hall H is where all of the like biggest breaks in entertainment happen. That's where you see panels on the newest movies coming out. And sometimes, just sometimes, you'll get to watch the entire freaking movie 6 months before it comes out. They'll just do a
Awesome.
screening. So Hall H is like the epitome of elite panels. You want to be there, you have to get in a lottery to get your ticket, and then you have to get in line to get a seat because it's all random. It is a huge war to the point where
It's a
there are
mess.
groups that wait for days at Hall H with their group to make sure that they're all together. It is a thing.
Dang.
It's a
Something
thing.
you experience.
Yeah.
So now,
3D
with
printed
the, with the movie release, things like that, do they know before going in that, hey, I am going to get to see this movie, or is that always,
Nope.
you never know what you're getting until you get in there?
You never know. So sometimes sometimes they'll show the entire movie, sometimes they'll show clips, sometimes celebrities will come out and just hang out with the audience and do random Q&As just for fun. Sometimes they'll end up just doing skits and improv, like they just do the most random things in a
Anything.
Hall H, but it's always a panel with the director, some of the stars, and usually the DP, which is the director of photography, talking about the movie, what you'll see, and answering questions. Then all of a sudden, all hell breaks loose because the celebrities just storm it, or they end up saying, "I'm bored. Let's just watch the movie," and then everybody's brain explodes, like they did with Deadpool and
What?
Wolverine. Yeah,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they did that, and then that's exactly what happened. Ryan Reynolds is literally, "I'm bored. You guys are bored. Can we just watch the movie?" And they were like, "Okay."
Yeah, nobody's going to say no to that.
Gosh, I didn't have that planned. Yeah, so it is a huge thing. So ripe is a really good word for them.
Yep. Now, with the cons too, is I know sometimes famous people dress up in their own costumes, cosplay, everything else. Have you ever ran into one, like knowing, like, hey, that's Adam Savage? I know is one that does a lot of it, but I'm sure there's many others.
So it's funny you say ran into Daft Punk. I'm sure you know who Daft Punk is because
I've
you're the
heard
same
of 'em.
generation as me, kind of.
Yeah.
I was volunteering back in 2015, and two people cosplayed as Daft Punk come in, and they get I'm working the VIP. They get a swag bag from me, but I had to grab boxes. So I got all these bags out. I had these boxes, and I grabbed them all, and I turned around right into these two people cosplaying Daft Punk. And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Did I scuff your helmet? Like, this is dope. What?" It wasn't until he turned and I saw the neck tattoos that I realized I just assaulted the real
giveaway.
Daft Punk. Oops. Yay. I didn't say
I feel
anything.
bad,
I
but
just
that
walked.
was awesome.
I turned red and I walked away and I was like, I'm not going to absolutely, like, obviously they're in costume for a reason. I'm going to leave them alone. But oh my God, I just assaulted Daft Punk and it was the best fangirl moment. And then I have little Big Planet tattoos on my back and on my rib cage.
Yeah.
It's like my favorite video game. And who I thought was cosplaying the CEO of PlayStation. Remember you used to make those really fun commercials?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I ran into the real CEO. I ran into him. And my friend was with me and she just literally lifted up my shirt and was like, "Look, CEO." And then he came
No
and he
prep.
signed all my, he signed them. He took photos. He gave me this huge gift bag that had freaking sculptures and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. But
Like,
I have,
worth it
yes, I have
then.
they will hide amongst you in the sneakiest of ways. Like, what's his face? Harry Potter dude was Boba Fett, and some dude took his kid to meet him and didn't realize that it was Radcliffe underneath. He thought it was Boba Fett. So when he took off his helmet and he saw it was Harry Potter, he was like, "What are you doing? You're like lying to
so
my kid. Like, I
confused.
don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to meet you." It
Now he
just got
thinks
so
Harry
bad.
Potter's a Mando. Come on.
Yes. Yeah, it was hilarious. It's absolute chaos. So if you get to go next year, please enter the lottery, get tickets. I will meet you there. It is
An
beyond
amazing time.
chaos and hilarious. Yes.
And now, is that considered? I know everybody has their favorite. Is San Diego? Is that considered one of the largest or one of the most popular?
San Diego is both. San Diego
Are they?
Comic-Con started it. They are the biggest. They host over 250,000 attendees each year. They pull
a few.
in, yeah, they pull in more tourist income for California than any other events besides, like Apex large sporting events. But even those, like even the Olympics cost more to make than to
Than one of the-
host.
Yeah.
So the money that comes in from them, the philanthropy that they've started a trend of rehoming the homeless outside of the
Okay.
perimeter. And it used to be they would just kick them out, but now they actually like set them up and they're like, here, just stay at this hotel for a while.
They put them up so
please
that
don't
way
bother.
they don't migrate.
They
back
don't bother
to it.
people because they
Yeah.
used to rob. They used to, attack people, especially if you were in full armor. They would go after you first, and it was like a feral thing. So they've stopped
Oh, yeah,
that,
so
but
many
San Diego's
people,
doing
they
a
can
lot of
blend
great
back
things.
in, and that's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but awesome to hear. I would love to make a con. Like I said, I have yet to. I'm in Ohio, so I think we have one in Indy. I think Dragon Con is in Indy. What's one of them? There's
That's
a
in
decent size.
New York.
Right, okay, so it's something else. There's some con that's in Indianapolis that I've been told to go to, but there's so many cons I have no idea.
I don't know how you haven't been to like we got to go to New York, and then we got to do San Diego, and there's another huge one in Los Angeles Comic-Con, and then
Is there any
Yeah,
in Hawaii? I'm looking for Hawaii and
you're
Australia.
looking for
type of
Hawaiian
events,
vibes.
just so I can have the company pay for it.
I think D23 might be
Oh,
like
the Disney
the
thing.
yeah. So that was another like Apex amazing event, but it is all Disney, and there's a lot of Disney adults. So you just got to take that with a grain of salt.
Crazy
Or
Disney is the adults.
yeah, Disney adults. Those are fun. I've been named a Disney adult for a lot of various reasons, but mostly because I'm known as the Disney cyborg. I have the only Disney magic band implanted into my arm. So I no longer I no longer need tickets or anything like that. It's all built into my arm, and everyone says, well, it's just as gross. And I'm like, no, I can stay like 2.5 centimeters away from the pods because I don't have
The
plastic
reader.
in between me. Yeah, I don't have plastic between me and the thing anymore. So
Less interference. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, speaking of the implant, do you have multiple or just the one?
I do. I could probably make one light up. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can get it to behave. I have a total of 6. I have this one is a cryptobionic implant, and it has all my medical records. This one had the security gates. I set them when I work with the TV studios. This one has my motorcycle keys. This one has a credit card. And this one is a business card. This one shifted. It's sitting in between my knuckles. I have to push it back up, but it's really painful. So I kind of avoided it. Let's see if I can get this to do a thing. But 2 of them do light up. And it's cool. I got little lightsabers on my fingers. Let's see if I can get it to. I have to get it to do it, but not scan it. And it gets guffy. Okay, there we go. So there's one of them.
So how is that powered? Because that's a very tiny implant, right?
It is a very you know what? I don't know. I wouldn't say it's tiny. I mean, it's hard to get it. It's hard to get it. It's about 3/4 of an inch long. Don't I have my measuring tape here? No, I already threw it. It's almost an inch long. This is one of the biggest ones because it has that light in, but it's all passive technology. So it doesn't need a battery. It gets its electricity from the NFC. So it puts it out, and then this chunks. And then I always wear like super, like you'll see in my videos, I'm wearing a lot of rings. I love rings, but I also love protecting my implants because if you knock them, the only way I can explain it is it feels like hitting your funny bone, but in your fingers.
Oof.
Other than
So
that, I
is
don't
it
know they're
also
there.
like a shooting pain? So like it just shoots down?
No,
or is
it's
it,
just
it's just
no,
there?
it's just yeah, it's just there real quick. And I don't I don't want to cower and die like when I hit my elbow.
Yeah.
But when you hit it, it's definitely a what the fart moment and you go back to normal, but it sucks for a second. And then you got to readjust it. And sometimes you have to put a rubber band to keep it from moving. It's old.
So now
we
with
just
all
wear
those
rings.
implants, have they all been professionally medically installed?
Yes. So,
So you don't
that was the
recommend
other
an X-Acto blade and shoving things into your skin?
no, the implants will come in. So they're by a company called Dangerous Things. Amal Gofstra is one of the godfathers
It's not
of
very
biohacking
reassuring, by the way.
technology. Yeah, great. And so he designed this one custom because we got bored during COVID. I was the only, I'm not obsessed. I'm not devoted to Disney. Okay. It just was never done. And I like
It
to
made
push the
sense.
boundaries.
Yeah.
So I did it. I was bored. And I lived on Disney property. I lived in Celebration, Florida, that's owned by Disney. It was designed by
Okay.
Walt Disney. It was just a fun thing. Um, he designs them. They're in a protein biopolymer that your body not only is totally fine with, it vibes with. So it'll actually build new tissue around it to encapsulate it. Perfect.
Nice.
So they don't move. And then they come in a, well, depending on which ones you get, they'll either come in a sterile container or it'll actually come in a big old syringe. And the syringe needle is probably half
preloaded, ready
of
to
my
go.
pinky. It's a massive needle. Like you're talking like it's painful. There is video. I did live stream all of my implants. They're all on my Facebook gaming channel, Mrs. Fett. So if
Okay.
you want to go see them implanted,
They're
you
there.
can just go watch them. But they all come like that. You do use a transdermal specialist, which is usually somebody in the medical field that does transdermal implants professionally. So you go to sterile environments, they inject them
Not a back
where you
alley.
want them. Or in this case, we made a small incision. We used a skin splitter, which looks like a surgical
Doesn't sound
screwdriver
fun.
that you put it in and it basically just separates your endodermis from the muscular
so then
tissue underneath. You get a little happy pocket.
it pulls the
we
blanket
slip
off
it
the
in.
covers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's just awful. I might be able to get it. Yeah, just a little visual, but there's no, the photo that everyone uses for it too is ridiculous because it was when I first got it. So there's a huge bandage, and there's blood everywhere, and I was just like, that's not right. Like you can't tell.
Off.
You have no idea I have anything in there until I go like this, and then I can get it to poke out, and then you can see it. It's about 2 inches by a half an inch long. It's the longest one that I have. Still works.
Not bad, then.
Still happy. It's just the thing. So like I said, I just push the boundaries.
Go in and use that, do you still get looks from, because I'm sure they go through greeters and everything else. So like every time that you go to scan your hand, is it like, what is she doing?
When you're in Star Wars land and you do it, I can actually use the Force. It's fantastic. And people just lose their crap.
Pay my bill. I lost her. Give me 1 second. She's back, and there we go.
Says,
now you're back.
Oh, hi.
It dropped
inside of the box. It says not for subdermal use anymore. So, like when you buy a Magic Band, they straight up tell you, do not implant this. This is not the thing that you just stuff underneath your skin. Please don't. And it's so funny because Disney knew what I was doing. I have all of the letters between Disney's legal team and myself. I have a congratulation email saying, "Oh my God, we're so glad it was a success. We can't wait to see you again when you come to the parks." Like everyone thought that I was in a trailer park, that I just did this as an experiment, that I'm a Florida woman, that I'm devoted or obsessed, that I'm a Disney adult, and that I had no permission and I'm banned now and it doesn't work and they deactivate. I'm just like, none of that happened.
Disney has tried to assassinate her 4 different times and unsuccessful each time. Yeah.
It was 3, okay, but the
4th was coming. I just spoiled the secret.
The 4th is coming. Yeah. This interview's setting the 4th one up. It is chaos. But yeah, so that's what I do. I push the envelope, which is why my company is called the Department of Chaos. The person I work with now is kind of the one who gave me the name because they were like, every time I see you, you're chaos. The whole place is chaos. And I was like, yeah, it's the Department of Chaos. Oh,
Perfect.
yay! Let's do
And
it.
thus it was
You Canadian
born.
company. Yes, and then the Department of Chaos was born.
Awesome. So now, of course, back on the 3D printing stuff, you already mentioned kind of how you got into it. Of course, you've done like was it a Boba Fett? There's so many different characters. What was the pink and yellow one? Was that Boba?
The one we did
was. Oh, I see that in the background now. Yep.
Yeah, buddy. The one that we did together is the Maple Moth Mando. It started out as Barbie Fett until somebody
Fett.
showed me what the rosy maple moth looked like. And it's right here in Ontario. And I was obsessed with it. So we changed it. So now we have the rosy moth Mando. And I love this way. It's so comfortable. This thing is ridiculously comfortable. But it looks pitch black, but it's not. It's totally see-through on the inside. It's the most convenient thing. And I would be so guffed. I took it on one test run, and had it not been like that, I would have just been in the car.
Well, then if it's clear too, then people are like, "Why is she looking at my mouth?" Like,
yeah, right.
Exactly. So now, with that, is there any other plans? With I know, of course, you talked about the Silk Rose or the Silk Rose Gold.
The Rose Gold Stormtrooper.
Yep.
That is my next wish piece to do, just because we've gotten more high caliber printers and I've gotten way better. And I've only been doing this for 6 months. And in that 6 months, I have hit a crazy caliber of like ADHD fixated on everything that I could possibly
into the rabbit hole right in the center. Like there was no
I
grab on
didn't
the sides. You just
I saw that
fall.
rabbit hole a football field away and ran and just dove straight down. It's just like, I'm in, committed.
Yep.
And
Still going down.
Still going down. I've got an entire set of gingerbread dragons that are printing right now, and little homicidal gingerbread men. They're all scented, and the next plan is to do another cosplay set that is still just as accessible. But I want to try some new techniques with it.
Okay.
And see how I can improve working with silks, which can be really finicky and fragile. So definitely going to try to use multi-materials to line them or infill them and see if we can, and see, what's the next step in breaking the borders of not only accessible cosplay, but just 3D printing in general. How can we put fiber on inside of silk? Or, dissolvable filaments. I have your dissolvable filament, and I'm so excited to start playing with it. I have a Benchy that I printed.
Myself yet.
I printed out a Benchy, and it feels like if there was a 100 TPU, that's what it feels like. It's just got enough resistance into it.
So then
but I'm
you throw
so
it in water
tempted.
And make it go, disappear.
Yeah, so I see it and I side eye it all the time. And I'm just like, one of these days I'm gonna throw you in the sink. It's gonna happen. And I have to keep myself away from it. Oh, that was the other thing we did. The interactive Benchy table. I was trying to figure out a way to take all my Benchies because listen, I'm obsessed with Benchies. They're even on my sippy cups.
Shawl topper and everything. Yep.
Yes, I have earrings. I have everything. It's ridiculous. And I wanted to find a fun way to display them and play with them. So we're designing an interactive Benchy table, and it's got, a cracking cove that holds some and a lighthouse, and there's an entire docking area. And so far I can hold 80 and play with it. And it lights up and it's interactive and a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still working on that one. It's a to be announced project, but
now, is that
it's
something
coming.
You would release once it's finished and finalized?
Oh, don't make me do stuff. We just talked about this. No. So if somebody really wanted this table, they would probably have to be local because it is a solid wood table.
Okay.
And then it's resin filled. So it's not something that's, it looks high caliber. Yeah. I've got custom poured resin through it. So, if you put a boat, there's a little floaty unicorn, you can actually see the waves coming off of it. There's, actual waves crashing off the Skull Harbor and all this crazy stuff. So if somebody wanted it, they would have to come to my house and take it.
Now,
not
that
shipping.
makes sense on that. Now for the scented stuff that you're working on, is that something that's eventually going to be available for purchase through you, through somewhere?
I just filed a 10 claim patent for the orbs. so I can start production in January as long as everything that I'm doing is going according to plan.
Awesome.
And it is going phenomenally well so far. So custom orbs will be able to be purchased starting in January after it's all packaged and we figured out how to transport them and keep them sealed and create an entire series on how to use them properly, because dun dun dun, you can't use a gyroid infill, and we all know we don't use anything but gyroid. You do have to use a grid infill. Gyroid, it just doesn't let it fully go down.
Kind of blocks it. Yeah, you're gonna
so
pieces here and there.
You get a lot of damage because the print head will just hit just a little bit. It's a fraction of a millimeter off that bead that didn't go all the way through, and it rips the entire print off. So we use a grid.
Yeah.
We use a grid infill now. So I'm still working on that. I do sell my scented prints. We did a giveaway on Pezla's stream for Thanksgiving. I don't know, whatever your American
Thanksgiving, Black Friday,
whatever the American was,
Cyber Monday.
And I gave away a scented dragon, and like people can order scented prints from me. I've got scented magnets, and oh my god, just about anything that has a cavity can be filled. Yes, pretty much. And then the sublimation cases and stuff like that. So I'm starting to get to the point now where I have to create like a TikTok shop or a store of some sort, because everybody wants all the things. So we're almost there. We're almost there.
There we go. Awesome. Which we'll let you kind of shout out your socials again too at the end, but where should they follow you to be updated the soonest when that becomes available?
So you're gonna want to follow me on TikTok. That's usually where all of my chaos goes out first.
Crazy goes.
Yeah. So all the crazy goes on to TikTok, Mrs. Fett first, and then it will go to the rest of my socials. Everything else is Mrs. Fett except for Instagram. That's Mrs. Fett 87. You can find me everywhere. And my link tree has all my links to my socials, which is also Mrs. Fett. So
easy enough.
I'm everywhere. Yeah.
So go.
If
you want some smell goods.
I've had the Mrs. Fett franchise for, oh my god, I started streaming when Justin TV was a thing. Back when the only capture cards were Hopage. You remember those? Were huge. Yeah, I started on that struggle bus. So I've had the Mrs. Fett line forever, and I still do gaming at nights, and then creative during the day. It's a lot of energy. I have to put it somewhere.
Crazy mess, but a good mess.
I have to put it somewhere. Yeah. If I don't, I will bug my fiance to death. So
there you go.
Real
quick, we're going to go to community questions here shortly. So if you guys want to start asking your questions in chat, we'll actually switch over to multi-stream because I haven't done that. There we go. Any questions you have for Mrs. Fett, ask away, and we'll ask here in a minute. But you mentioned fiance. Congratulations.
Thank you.
A recent development, right?
Yeah, that's probably only the 5th time I've actually gotten to say that, which is amazing. I had the stent in the emergency room, and then I guess after that he's like, okay, well, I guess I'll marry you before you die. So
so it was a sympathy proposal. What you're saying.
Yeah, no, it was just conveniently timed with our 5th anniversary. But I know he's just like, I'm gonna lock this down so I get some more dinners and clean socks before something like this happens again.
There you go.
That was inconvenient. Hey, you know what? I didn't.
As long as there's a little bit of love sprinkled in there somewhere, that's all that matters, right?
You know what? There was ice cream and a Happy Meal, and I got to go to my 2 favorite stores.
That sounds like more than a little bit of love. That sounds like a lot of love.
Honestly,
ice cream, Happy Meals.
Perfect. It was absolutely. I could not ask for anything, but I was in my work clothes, so I didn't have my nails done. I was just in the car with my dog.
For it. You didn't.
Yeah, I was just vibing. I was just vibing,
how
man.
dare him not let you know he was going to propose?
You know what? He even mentioned, he was like, how am I going to tell her to go get her nails done without, she's never had her nails done. Like, I do my nails myself. So what is, in 5 years, he's never been like, hey, babe, can you go do your nails?
Yeah.
Can you go get,
why?
Can you go get some French tips on? Because you look like crap. Like, never, never.
Let's see here. Getting the question in between. Oh, this is, I would assume that said a fiance.
Jamesh is the fiance. Yep. If you haven't gathered,
he's the question in between hospital visits and stream schedule. Had to fit it there. You had to find just the right moment and then strike.
I'll coax her away with.
Also to you, Jamesh. Is it Jamesh?
It's Jamesh. It's James H. But our friend Harley, who's how we met it. Well, you're old. You remember Epic Mealtime?
I have.
You remember the show?
Yes, Harley, the
Okay.
bearded guy that
Yes.
ate
Harley
everything
and
bacon.
Harley and I are best friends. He lives 3 hours
Oh, that's
away.
awesome.
He is how Jamesh and I met. Harley and I were co-streaming a new horror game together, and James had never seen live streaming, so he was like, "Hey, this is cool. He's cool. He actually talks to you. Oh my God, who's this cute chick? Let me just go get over here on these socials." And then, you know, it snowballed. But
It just went from there.
yeah, so Harley's how we met, and it's just been a great ride.
I used to
with
watch
all
the
of
heck out of
this.
that. I haven't heard that brought up in a long time. Epic Mealtime. That was such.
He still streams.
I haven't
He's
followed up
doing
on many things. What is he doing? Is it
It's
gaming or is he doing food stuff too?
Oh God. So he
Sorry,
started
Harley.
boxing.
I didn't know.
I'm telling. So for a while, he and I were the Ken and Barbie of gaming. We were both sponsored by Games, who made the portable GAEMS. They made the portable
yes.
like suitcases. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
So-
got one with the Xbox One in it.
Yeah, mine is back here. It's the only pink one ever made. I have the only Barbie pink guard because I was
Nice.
Games Barbie and he was Games Ken, and that was it. That was just the original power couple. No, we weren't a couple, but we were the power couple.
Yeah, yes.
in gaming.
Streaming duo.
Yeah.
Duo.
Yes, and that's how we met. That's how I met Jamesh. I'm so grateful.
There we go.
But it's been a ride. So he started boxing. He doesn't do Epic Mealtime because of, you know, Jack Daniels and bacon. But he does do a lot of streaming. He plays a lot of video games. I think he's just obsessed with Arc Raiders right now. And
A lot of people seem to be.
my God, he started boxing, and he's now a DJ, and he's actually really good. Like, he's a jam, dude. He spent like 3 months preparing to box.
800 skills. Yep.
He's you know, the Mrs. Fett of Canadian bearded guys. He has as much energy as I do, and he just puts it into other obscure things. So it's one of those fun things.
See here, Red Fox Squirrel cardboard ? I don't know what that question is pertaining to.
ADHD.
Squirrels. Yes.
Yeah, that's literally my life is, ooh, new printer, new squirrel, new dress. Let's sew. I'm gonna do this. What's sublimation? Like, that is.
Now here, I got a
my life.
question. Since chat seems slow, come on, chat. Where you at? With the
hate me.
cosplay, fashion, things like that. Have you done any of the? I don't even know if it has a specific name, but 3D printing over tool, ULLE tool.
Yeah. So I have a few pieces back here. That was originally why I got into 3D printing, was so I can take that and enter it into the stuff that I do. And then I got the largest FDM. I got the Cobra 3 Max. So I'd have a huge bed so I can print out full pieces. And now I'm just like, okay, well, I kind of want the Orange Storm Giga because I want to print out full pieces at once.
Huge.
So it's so great though. It's so huge.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Oh, I would gladly find a space somewhere down here,
right?
to put that.
Just I'll make space. I'll figure it out. So James bought this house just to give me the basement to get, so I would just have as much workspace as possible. And I don't even know how much ridiculous feet I have down here, but like the entire
I've seen
studio
the pictures and videos and stuff. There's some good space down there.
It's huge. And this is only one room. There's another room, my chemical room, that's off. And then the bathroom that's down here. Like, I live down here for 20 hours a day. It's ridiculous.
I know the feeling.
But I definitely have room. There is potential. There's potential. We can make it work. I know we can. Just have to find it. So now that I've got the scented thing done, the fashion design thing will take its toll in 2026. Absolutely.
One of the many projects in the list, right?
Yes.
Let's see here. Jamish has asked, you said that this was stream 92. Why was this stream your favorite of them all? I saw you talking about the Big Rusty a couple weeks ago. Would you do it again or no? Yeah, so the Big Rusty was good. I would eat it again. You know, I don't mind McDonald's. I just I eat it out as convenience than I do for like desire, because my wife is a GM, so I see enough.
Big Rusty Germany or Big Rusty America? Because those are two different things. Okay, good.
Rusty
That is
Germany,
the
yep.
only one. I ate 2 of them back to back when I was there, and I felt sick to my stomach, but I was like, "If I'm gonna do this, I'm
I will
committed."
try anything new, especially McDonald's. Everybody, every country's got their kind of staple, so we make it a point, whether we're hungry or not, we've got to do that. So,
Well, you
but
went to
yeah,
the
I do it
perfect
again.
time. They only
Yeah.
have it at the holidays, and they're the only
Oh,
country that puts the cranberry on it.
no,
None of the
they're
other
perfect
countries do.
timing.
They brought
I
that
knew
here.
that. That's why I went to Form Next, was specifically for that.
Was just for that, yeah.
Let's see. Tony Wright did ask, "How did you get your start, and what did you study?"
I studied ADHD. I never really did good in public school just because yeah, the way that I like to learn is very different
Different
than
than
just
others. Oh, I
read this
understand
and I'm
that.
going to lecture you. So I ended up going to independent studies and private school. And just because of family dynamics, I went straight into retail at 16 and then just worked and worked. And I was obsessed. So I was self-taught in fashion design and merchandising. That kind of snowballed. And then I started studying the pathology and psychology of criminals. I don't know why that's my favorite topic ever, but it's to the point where I'm like some of my best friends now are professors at Quantico that teach
Okay.
psychology of serial killers. Like they teach how to actually like diagnose
James,
these
if he
people and
starts
find
watching
these
too many
people.
documentaries, get out.
Right. That's all I watch. I watch horror movies and documentaries, and nobody likes looking through my search history because they ask me if I'm okay. And I'm just like, I'm fine. I promise you.
I'm fine
Um,
now.
So studies was, ended at high school. I graduated a year early,
Yeah.
and I just kind of am a
Went
student
from
of
there.
experience.
I think a lot
Yeah,
of
there's
times is
plenty
that
of things
is
I fail.
your passion can take you a lot further. I mean, yes, you have to have some, intelligence, everything else, but I think passion does a lot. Because I'm
It
the same
really
way. I've got
does.
a high school diploma, and I would have never guessed I would be where I am now. But I am very happy to be here. So
You know what it is? It's saying yes to everything. I don't think there's many experiences in my life that I've said no to. I was the first female drone pilot in TV and film, first female to stream competitive gaming for Halo. I played with Frag Dolls. I said yes to side-by-side racing. I raced in the Baja 1000 and the 500. Almost
fun.
died. That was insane. I mean, I just, yes. Oh, you want a motorcycle?
Yep.
Yes. You want 5? Yes. You want to do this? Yes. Like, yes. Just say yes
Yep.
to everything. Honestly.
There you go.
Don't say yes
give
to
everything a
drugs.
shot. Yeah,
Unless
not
they're free.
everything.
Yeah, not everything.
Let's see.
Say yes to
Tulsa
like
Skin, let's see. Has asked, what printers do you like?
I really, really love so I got the Bamboo H2S and I love this thing. This thing is just a master
Beast.
of staying silent, but the print efficiency is phenomenal and it has a speed called ludicrous that I've never seen. But I was like, whatever, let's try this. And ludicrous really is ludicrous. Like I
Yeah.
swear to God, if that was a bed slinger, yeah, if it was an actual bed slinger, it would have just like flown across the room.
Yeah.
So I love this one. I'm a huge fan of the Anycubic Cobra series. They do need to work on the AMS, but we are
Yes.
working on the AMS. So, I've had some R&D discussions with them about that. I'm really excited about the new Max that's coming out and the new AMS system that they're releasing.
Oh yeah.
I've never gotten my hands on any of the new fun ones. So I really, really want to try out Prusa. I really want to try out a Snapmaker U1. I've heard it's great, but I've
Love
also
it.
heard it's a nightmare.
Mine's been
It's
great.
kind of
Loving it.
right. I really want to try. Who I need. I need to do. Danny is building a baby brother to his, and I just need to
That's-
like tiptoe in there and just steal that one. That's what I need to
There you
do. I
go.
need to tell him.
Like, hey, I need
I
to
just-
go visit you. We can collab on
Hey,
something.
Yeah,
Snatch.
yeah, exactly. Kind of like what my best friends want to do here. Just come here and then steal all my printers.
Just so I can walk out with stuff.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
I also
Um,
have the Anycubic Photon Mono M7 Max SLA printer. This bed is huge. It is like 9 inches by 6 inches, 10 inches by 6 inches. And for resin,
Big.
that is
That's-
ridiculous.
oh, yeah,
So
that's
it has,
giant. Yeah.
yeah, it has an auto feed system. So you just plug in the huge bottle vat and it feeds and heats itself. It is absolutely amazing. So I think my two favorites right now are the M7 Max for resin, and my H2S tied with my Goliath over there. So
Maxim.
I have a lot of printers.
You got Tech Cheaper. What Baja? Can you adopt me? I don't take much to care for. He must like Baja. Not Baja
Wait,
Blast,
like
which is what he meant.
Baja Blast or Baja Racing? Because Baja
His
Racing
next comment
is a
was
beast.
Joel's over there eating Baja Blast pie, and Mrs. Fett is out there racing Baja and having a blast at Baja. So fair.
Hey, you know
I
what?
tried the pie once.
Ew.
It was,
Ew. Have you actually had the Baja Blast pie? Please don't tell me you've
Yes.
actually put that in your mouth. How was it?
it was not, honestly, it wasn't gross. It just tasted like a key lime pie with a little bit different flavor. But I mean, it was very dense,
I see the
though.
texture. Yeah, I see the texture, and all I can think of is like paste.
No, I mean, it looks like toxic waste. I mean, when
Oh my god.
when
Yeah.
we got it, I was like,
Okay,
okay, this color should not be in any type of food, period.
Right. This
But-
color is not edible. It's a logo,
But I
but
ate
it's
that
not
several
edible.
weeks ago, and I'm still alive. There might be something growing inside me. I don't know, but
Have you?
yeah, Baja
have you
Racing is a lot cooler.
Baja Racing is a lot cooler. It is extremely expensive. It's extremely violent, I think is the word to use, because once you have one support truck that can't go on the routes but stays on the highways with you through Mexico. But if there's like Shipwreck Cove, and then there's Stray Dog, the Stray Dog Strait, and then there's the Black Goat Path. All three of those you can die on quickly. So it's
One wrong
it's
turn,
extremely
one,
stressful.
too late braking, etc.
Yeah, well, there's other teams that are literally trying and will sabotage you. Then you have kids who will take barbed wire and
Oh,
pull it, so you
across
go
the
over
path.
there so their parents can take the photo, and then they sell the photos. So it's like yeah, it's bad. Like
there's a
you have
reason
to
I don't
bribe
do it
these
now.
kids. Yeah, so the kids, you can bribe them though. They want stickers and condoms. Don't ask me why. Okay, these are tiny kids, but these are the only two currencies. I think the stickers are there, and then they sell the condoms, is what we were told. But this is what they want. So
Yeah,
you pay the kids the day before, and then they don't try and kill you. But if you
Yeah, like,
don't, and you're a
leave me
jerk,
alone.
if you're a jerk and they can't recognize you, usually give them a card, and it's got you and your race card.
Color or theme or something.
Yeah, no, it has you as a picture of you, and you're usually standing next to yours side by side. So
Okay.
they know what to look for. So you give them that, stickers, condoms. Please don't kill me. Just don't do it.
Fair formula.
Just don't do it. It's insane.
Let's see here. We'll do last question. We got Harold Poulter asks, have you ever met Jesse Combs? Not sure who Jesse Combs is.
I don't recognize the name.
Probably not.
So I'm gonna go with no, but here's the thing. If I did and it was during any of those races, then I don't remember, because that's all just a haze of literal Red Bull and death.
Red Bull and adrenaline rush, I'm sure.
Oh my god. There's other things involved, but let's just go with Red Bull.
Yeah, Red Bull. Yep.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh, well, let's see here. That is it for the community questions. It's getting a little bit late in here, so I'm gonna rattle off. I'll raffle some rapid fire questions. But first couple of questions are the same as I ask every guest. First one being, we may already know this because you might earlier, is what is your favorite color filament?
You know what's funny? You would probably say it's going to be the neon magenta, but it is actually your rose gold silk. I'm just obsessed with it. I love rose gold, and I have a few different compositions, and the rose gold is by far my favorite.
There we go. Good answer. And I didn't pay her to say Polymaker. Second question is, out of everything you've printed, what has been the one print that you're currently most proud of? I know that can change, but
It's this stupid dragon. This is the first
gingerbread
dragon. This is the gingerbread dragon. It's the first dragon I've
first
ever
scented
printed.
one.
And it's gingerbread cookie scented. I'm printing out more because people have demanded them. Somebody already stole one of mine. Not literally, but they were like, nope, this is coming home with me. Okay. So yeah, this dragon is by far my favorite. He's adorable. He smells like gingerbread, and he's just like my little hit of dopamine. So he and this set, because I was able to cosplay for once in my entire life, are my favorites.
Fair. Good answer.
Right.
Then third question, obviously, you have to be some sort of a fan of Star Wars. What's the best Star Wars?
Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
He's me.
There we go. I know with some people it could be
And it's-
fighting words.
Oh, you know what though? Rogue One is pretty
I have
good.
not
Like
saw,
Rogue One.
I've not saw that one yet.
Okay, watch
I've not
Rogue One.
seen
Rogue
that one
One's
yet.
great. Empire Strikes Back, elite, always. Duh. But those
And
two,
then I
I
don't
really
know.
like them.
Of course, you've cosplayed as one. Who is the best Mando? Mandalorian, I guess. Who is the best? It's Mandalorian, right? Mandalorian is all of them. It's just the show is called Mandalorian, right?
Well, okay. So there's the Mandalorian, but Boba Fett didn't actually go by the term of Mandalorian.
Okay.
He was a Mandalorian. So
And the
I
characters
really
that wear helmets as such
they are
behind you.
they are
who
men.
is the
They
best? Or who's your favorite?
are Prey Vizsla.
Which one is
I
that
would
one?
have to say Prey Vizsla. It's a rogue bounty hunter that just kind of is like, if you could put sociopathy and ADHD into Star Wars, that's going to be Prey Vizsla. Like, he just does
It's
not
the
give a
most
guff
relatable
about
for you.
nothing. He does
Okay.
not care about nothing. There's no morals. He's not going to like adopt a baby alien. Like, no, just
like
no.
Mando. Fair. He's just
Yeah,
he is
exactly.
what he is, what he should be.
Yeah,
that's
he's a lot of this, and I relate to it. It's just ew,
fair.
ew.
Hey,
Amy,
well,
I gotta go.
that's all the rapid fire questions I have. Real quick, again, I know we've talked about it before, but shout out, where can people find you? Where can they watch your stuff? Where can they find out what you're working on soon, now, future, etc.?
You're going to want to follow Mrs. Fett on all the things. It's Mrs. Fett on Linktree. That has all of my socials. I have a Discord. I stream on Twitch almost every night, unless I'm working on super secret stuff. Then NDA says no. TikTok is Mrs. Fett. Instagram, Mrs. Fett 87. YouTube, Mrs. Fett. Just search Mrs. Fett. I'm everywhere.
Yeah.
But if you go to my Linktree, all the Guffy is in there, and bug me. Do it. There's
Perfect.
actually every single one of you, except for Jamesh, you don't do this. You mind your business, okay? Go to my TikTok, and the very first video is called "Help Me." I need you to participate in the "Help Me." Okay, I can't say anything else. Jamesh, mind your business. But go watch that one. It's pinned. It's at the top, and it's my Christmas project. I do one every year. It's ridiculous, but I need
Awesome.
the entire creator community's help for this one.
Get it a push. There you go. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. It's lovely having you around the Discord and poking
course.
fun at me and others, because I poke fun back. So it's great. But it was awesome getting to know you even a little bit more in depth through the show. So thank you for being a guest, and we'll catch you on the next hangout.
Yeah, thanks. You'll have to send me your address so I can send you something that smells good.
I'm not against that, so I will let you know. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye.
And there you guys have it. Just an awesome individual, and does really cool things. A lot of different things. Some things you can't talk about. Maybe we'll have her back on and talk about it soon, or soon-ish. We'll see. But again, go check her out. Mrs. Fett across the board. Mrs. Fett 87 on Instagram. Doing awesome things. Help support her TikTok. I think she said that was the pinned top video. Is her Christmas thing. Go show her support. She's just a fun person. Obviously a good energy all over the place, like I often am. So it's relatable. And then Jamesh, thank you for coming in, and thank you for allowing us to have some time, away from you having time with her. So appreciate it all. But again, go show her some support. And while you're at it, and you're all over the socials, don't forget to check out Polymaker Figurines. There's some news there, but Polymaker Figurines is ending. It is ending at the end of this month. We have Antoine Dimensions is actually been the host of it all, running things, and he is pushing out multiple Pokemon per episode, and those models are becoming available to download and print yourself. But go show him some love, even if it's ending. I'm not sure what the future has in store for the account, what else we might do, but it's been a very awesome run. As we're through almost through generation 3, I think halfway through generation 3 of Pokemon, and those models are available to download for free. You don't have to pay for them. You don't have to join something. You don't have to pay a subscription. Go check them out. Go give them some love and support if you haven't already, even if it's only 3 or 4 months remaining. It's awesome. And maybe we'll have something in store that's going to be even cooler going forward into the new year. I'll let you know when I can. But we also have, and that's exclamation point PMF. Somebody probably did. There you go. Thank you, Tony Wright. Next up, we have Polymaker Education, exclamation point PME. It's been a little hiatus. We're working some things there. Not saying that is ending. We might make some changes, but go follow it now. Go show some support there. And if something new happens with it, you'll be the first to know. That's Polymaker Education, currently hosted by Create6Brit. And those are the same format. When a video is released, the model inside that video or presented in that video becomes available to download for free on Printables and MakerWorld. Next up, we have exclamation point PML, and that's Polymaker Labs. It's on TikTok, and that is hosted by none other than Polymaker Sean, dressed up in cosplay as the Polymaker scientist, giving you the tips, tricks, and troubleshooting that you're looking for if you're having problems, or you might have problems, or you never have problems, but you just want the knowledge. It's all there. Along with that information is in our wiki, exclamation point wiki in chat. I'll give you the link to wiki.polymaker.com, and that is going again to be a ton of information of material use. There's some AI in there that is so far pretty good. I'm not saying it's perfect, but go give it a try. If there's something that you're looking for a specific filament for, tell it, and it should give you a pretty good idea of what you should go for. If you're ever concerned or not sure if that input is great or output is great, head over to the general channel on Discord at discord.polymaker.com to get that information or verify it. And last but not least, we have exclamation point IPC, and that's going to be twitch.tv/PezLiz. And she's doing a couple things with us right now. We have Imprinting Color on Wednesdays, and that is going over new colors, new surface effects. She's got a ton on her the way that I think most delivered. Either way, lots to come. Maybe some more to come. Maybe one more release by the end of the year, I think, possibly. If not, it'll be very early into next year. So stay tuned. She's presenting those as they come through. And there's also another stream on the same channel hosted by PezLiz, is PezLiz Presents, where she is working to build our portfolio of designers to be able to have awesome ways to display our filament and cool new models by these designers. Some you may know, some are known, some maybe you haven't seen, and you're going to be introduced to their portfolio through the stream or introduced to the designer through an interview on the stream. So stay tuned for that. That's typically on a Saturday or Sunday, again on twitch.tv/PezLiz. And that's it. But real quick, if you haven't yet, or even if you did early in this the show, type in I am awesome in chat, because I might not have started it until the commercial. It was up. I have to click one thing. I forgot to click one thing. I'm so sorry. But get it in there. And we're going to go over to, I'm going to give you guys, we'll give a minute of me ranting and rambling so everybody can type in I am awesome. Do it even if you think you already did it. Just let's make sure you get your entry in there for your chance to win some Polymaker filament. And I'll mention one more time, keep your eyes peeled on the announcements. I know some people mute the servers. I get it. I mute a lot of servers too. I don't want 8,000 notifications a day on Discord, but make sure to pay attention to our announcement channel. Go sign up for notifications there if you haven't. We don't do a lot. It's usually our new releases, and then anything important or really cool, such as, giveaways. So it will be announced there for a Discord only giveaway. And then we'll also have a Facebook only giveaway. So if you want to enter both, you got to be part of both of those groups, facebook.com/groups/polymaker.3d and discord.polymaker.com for the Discord. So get those in there. And while you guys are finalizing your entries in, we will see, don't mind the blank screen. And there we go. Ba, 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 ba. Do, 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 do. Ba, ba, ba. Let's see who is live. Get those entries in there. Hey, they're climbing up, 114. Keep on keeping on. Wait, is this 3D printed? Oh no. Okay. Come on. Video games. We're gonna go into somebody new in the making, not necessarily 3D printing. Maybe they do in this craft that they do. They might do some 3D printing, but let's set that up. Apologize for the delay there. I'm gonna raid into Lockwood Leathercraft. We'll say a hello to him, and maybe introduce him to 3D printing that he could use in Leathercraft if he's not already doing it. But before we raid out, we got to do a drawing, and that's going to be done in 10 seconds. So get them in there. We'll be back here on Tuesday at 7 p.m. for community chat with Joel. We'll talk about some fun things, but then we're also going to have some streams on Facebook and on Twitch for the different giveaways that we have coming up. So again, stay tuned for that information. You'll be seeing it flow through as soon as I finalize exactly the best process for it all. So with that said, we're drawing before it auto raids. And congratulations to, wouldn't it be funny if it was Mrs. Fett? Camaro 45th over on YouTube. Congratulations. Exclamation point contact in chat. That gives you the email. You email me, let me know you want on Meet the Polymaker 12/4/2025, or just message me on Discord. Polymaker Joel over on the discord.polymaker.com server. Hope you guys join it if you already have not. There's some fun things there, great stuff to learn. But thank you all for your support. We're kicking it through for the rest of the year. We still got more to go. We're not at 2 years consecutive yet. So episode 92 in the books. Show our love to some other awesome makers out there. And you guys have a wonderful night, a wonderful weekend, and a wonderful week. We'll see you later.